another one.
Says, hi, I just want to hear your thoughts regarding this QA engineering roadmap. I'm a software tester and planning to get into more QA automation engineering role in the future. I'm currently learning Playwright. I know good guy's happy about that as my main automation framework for end-to-end testing with JavaScript / TypeScript. Then I have come across this roadmap from roadmap.sh/QA. It feels overwhelming as there seems to be a lot of technology. Is it necessary to learn all of the technology, like, for example, the branch for CI/CD and automation framework, which has a lot? So I'm going to pull it up real quick. I don't normally share the screen during our Q&A, but I did want to see what the heck they were talking about here. So I'm going to pull it up and we're going to share our screen. Why don't we? And I know this timer is not going to work right, but we shall. Let's look at the roadmap and then we'll start the timer, right? So let's go over and we will look at the roadmap. So it says, this roadmap says, oh, that's interesting. This roadmap says, let's see. QA engineer, learn the fundamentals, and then what is quality assurance, tester mindset, testing approaches, and then you go down white box. And then you also go to test oracles, test prioritization, manage your test. And then they have a bunch of tools, Qtest, TestRail, TestLink, Zephyr, never use TestLink. Zephyr's within here, and then you go from here, the fundamentals, you go to project management, Atlassian, Assemblia, UTrack, Trello, and then testing techniques. You go to non-functional, functional, let's see, manual testing, all this stuff, automated, non-functional, the email testing, automated testing, back end, front end. Okay, so I've seen enough. If you guys want to see this link, I'll drop it in the chat for you. I have seen enough. So if you want to see it, you can go there, take a look. But I'm going to go back to full screen and I'm going to start the timer. So, and I still have it on the screen, but I'll say this, right? This is very, very overwhelming. I know probably 90% of this stuff, right? And I find it very overwhelming. Like this, like, if you're going to give a roadmap, at least break it up. Because you look at this roadmap and how I don't even see a clear path to getting from start to end. I don't even know what the end is, right? So what I would say is don't even look at it. You can look at it once, but it's going to give you anxiety because like how in the world are you supposed to, and here's part of the problem. So there, like on the roadmap, there's four different test management softwares where you only really need to learn, or not even learn, have some familiarity with one of them because they all at the end of the day work the same. You can figure it out. So I don't even have all, and then like the project management systems, right? They have four. So you have to learn Atlassian, you have to learn Assemblia, you have to learn UTrack, you have to learn Trello. Why? That's too much. So I'll give you my strategy. Here's my roadmap. Okay. I don't share this information with everybody, so feel special. I just have you do the work. Because through the work, you will find out what's important. If you ask Tech Barbarian T, right? That's what we just call him, Tech Barbarian T. The amount of knowledge that's been accumulated throughout the past month is out of this world. Never heard of Docker, never even had Docker installed. But Is Docker on this? Let me see. Is there Docker on this? Is there a way to search this thing? See, I don't see Docker on here. Let me see. Um, it might be. I don't see it. I don't. You see, I don't. I don't see it. But if you know how much Docker facilitates testing, makes it easier. If you're like the ability to just do a command Docker compose up, and your whole testing infrastructure is ready for you, the whole application is started. So I say, you know what? You're gonna get thrown in the fire, and then as you go along, you're gonna figure it out. Take Barbarian T. The the amount of research that she's done to figure things out. And I'm like, okay, slow down, ask me for help because I don't want you like installing and uninstalling a bunch of stuff and then you getting lost, right? But they are driven. And do you think I care at this point whether they know how to use Travis CI? I couldn't give two flying flies, right? Like I don't care if they know about Travis CI or Circle CI. I implemented a GitHub action the other day, and using GitHub, they went and they looked at the code, they approved it. Should they have approved it? Probably not, but it doesn't hurt anything. But they looked like they figured out how to use GitHub. They looked like when I implemented the GitHub action, they looked at the GitHub action and they said, "Oh, I saw this fail. I saw this." And they gave me recommendations. They gave me recommendations. Believe it or not, they said, "Oh, you're using Node 21, but I saw that it says recommended that you should use the Node 20, but you know better than me." I'm like, "Oh, that's a good insight. I didn't think about that. I mean, I don't know how much more Node I know than you, but that was good insight." And I'm like, okay, well, you guys can go through these boot camps and do all this fake work and stuff like that and spending time. And I'm like, are you are you are you getting what you need out of it? Because I'm like, you know what? Just go into the fire. And guess what? I will, I'm not gonna rescue you. I'm gonna turn you into a firefighter. I'm gonna turn you into a firefighter. I will give you all the tools, the oxygen that you need. I will give you the fire suit that you need, the axe that you need, everything that you need to go into battle. But I will not come in there and rescue you. I will be I'll be walking in the fire with you, but I will not rescue you. And that's why that is my strategy of learning. Do I have all these roadmaps? I could probably look at the roadmap and help and like direct you, but I'm not going to say, here's your roadmap and you go follow this because you will never finish it. And that's going to be frustrating. And then you're going to quit. And do I want you to quit? No, I don't want you to quit. I want you to win. I want you to succeed. I want to be able to play the celebration sounds for you. All right. So my roadmap is, here's the work that you have to do. Join the team. We have our Scrum night. We're going to have our sprint planning. We have our planning, and you're going to estimate the amount of effort it's going to take. And then we're going to work for 2 weeks. We're going to do our daily Scrum meetings, or like through our through Slack. And then at the end of the sprint, we're going to come back and we're going to do a sprint review. We're going to do our retrospective, and then we're going to plan our next sprint, and then we're going to get started. And every 2 weeks, over and over and over. And now you're actually that is going to be your roadmap. You're going to be building that experience. You're going to be locking that in. All right. So this is totally overwhelming. I would not focus on this. I would say just go through the process and think. The retrospectives are so important because you get to look back on how things went and how can you make it better? How can you make it better? That is the idea. That is the ultimate victory. That is my roadmap to you.
If you enjoyed enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.